Good morning, America. How are you? This is Sal with Sleepy Sal. Some serious business today. I'm standing next to a 2022 Entegra gas-powered motor coach. It's the Entegra Vision. Now, rented this down in Florida. Has about 35,000 miles on it. I mean, basically new. And I just wanted to put out a warning and maybe save some people some money, because the Entegra has some good features for sure, but really the box itself and the quality that goes into it, I don't know. You know, they're going for about $150,000 new, maybe a little more. And I think you're going to throw $100,000 away in the first 2 years. So if you can afford to do that and want to spend some time taking your rig back and forth and waiting for them to fix it, maybe this is a coach for you. But let me tell you my impressions of it. I've been in it 5 days. I think the idea is Thor and Jayco, which is the parent of Entegra, and they used to make this in a Jayco name badge. I think they tried to hit all the amenities that you have in the $1 million coaches, and they do a good job of that. They try to make it look really pleasing, almost like buying a timeshare. I don't know if you ever had a timeshare pitch where it feels like, you know, life is a vacation, and, you know, you buy this and you are going to enjoy all these amenities, and then you find out, yeah, you own it, but only for 2 weeks a year, and you're not sure if you can get down there. And the fantasy was really a lot greater than the reality. Well, the fantasy of this coach is a lot greater than the reality. And Jayco builds in the Entegra a lot of fantasy. A lot of fantasy here, but the reality is not good, because there's a lot of things wrong with it. I'm going to take you around. I'm going to do a mattress review. There's a mattress in here, and I'm going to review it as part of Sleepy Sal's hotel and now motor coach reviews. And I think probably a lot of the videos you see on Entegra are probably paid promotions that you don't know about it, because honestly, this is a POS. And I would love to just save you $150,000, maybe go buy a better coach used, or save your money and buy another brand, because I wouldn't buy this brand at all. And I don't care. It's not a diesel pusher. It's a front engine. It's a Ford chassis. I want to tell you, the chassis is good. The steering, brakes, handling, power is very good. So kudos to the Ford chassis that this box is built on. But it's a rattle trap inside when you're going down the road, and we'll get into that. So let me take you around. Hopefully this is not too windy. I'm going to listen to this first portion and make sure we're not getting a lot of wind. I'm not a professional videographer. Back in a minute. Okay, it's me, Sal. We're back, and I'm going to take you around the coach real quickly. I'm going to turn the camera around. Hopefully the sound stays so that you can listen to me, and the wind is not too bad. So let's turn let's take a look here. Now, first off, the front cap. Now, absolutely attractive rig, huh? This is a bus coming down the road. So they've built into it the looks. Okay, it's a $1 million coach here for only 150 grand. But let's look over here. So we already have, this has been bumped, and the valance here is cracked, and it's cracked on both sides. So it's not hard. Expect to crack this valance pretty quickly, and you can see here by the trim, it's been pushed back. You know, probably somebody ran it up on a curb, but it's pretty low. And as we come around, I want to tell you about, it's got power mirrors with cameras, but these cameras are really cheap. And the one on the driver's side is filled with water, so you can't see it from the inside. And let's go around here. Now, I got the door open, and this is a rental unit, and the slide door on the screen is missing. Now, those are cheap slide doors, and they break easily if you don't know how to use them. And it's been that way for 40 years. Do you think they could come up with a way of using something less flimsy so that it doesn't break? Because if you don't know what you're doing and you're not delicate, you're going to break the door off of this. Now, let's look at the door. The door itself will not close back flat because they put the awning strut in the way. So it just hits the strut. There's nothing to stop the door other than the strut. Now, you tell me that they couldn't engineer something better than that, where the door just hits the strut, and when you extend the awning, then the door hits the extended strut. Now, why not just move this awning over? Yeah, they could have ran it right down the middle grid here of the window, and it wouldn't have been that obtrusive. They could have done something, but that is just sloppy. Now, look, it's got a TV in the side, which is, that's something you want on $1 million coach, and it latches well enough. The radio stereo doesn't work. It's stuck on this linked. It's a really cheap remote control. It's an Insignia TV, but it's not bad. The TV works. It has a decent enough picture. But again, they're trying to put in all the amenities of the $1 million coach at a very low price point. Now, this model, the vent for the refrigerator, the water heater, tankless water heater, furnace, not painted in with the coach. Not sure why. Were they already been replaced? I'm not sure why. Let me take you around. Everything pretty good. The doors, some of the locks don't work on the doors. So already locks don't work. The caps for the where you would store your hose are missing, and the hose is not stored in there. So that's not very good. And let's go around. It's got a slide, and you can see the slide mechanism, and the slide works well enough, and I can see gaps in the gasketing. It has the awning over the slide outs, and there's 2 slide outs. Now, I want you to look here at the exhaust. This is where they put the exhaust out for the motor and for the generator. And I'm going to turn the camera back around. We had gone to Tampa Bay Downs and invited some family to come on in and have a drink in a moment. So turned the air conditioner on, the generator, air conditioner, closed all the windows, slides were out, and the carbon monoxide meter went crazy. And it was locked in one of the cabinets. And that scared the crap out of me, because this, where they've located this exhaust, can you see it down here? Oh my God! I mean, somehow it's leaking into the coach, even with the windows closed, and somehow the generator is when you shut it off, it diesels. It keeps running on for another minute before it just conks out. So I know that's a maintenance and a tune-up issue. That's not Onan's fault or Entegra's fault, but it is where they design the exhaust. I mean, for example, on the slide out, if you had this window slightly open and the generator running, and the bed is right there. That's the bed. The bed slides out. If you had the bed there, and exhaust gas is going in the window, you get that carbon monoxide, you'll be dead. You will just die in your sleep because the exhaust is right here next to the window. So imagine you're in a hot climate and you've got the window open for some fresh air, but then you got the AC going and the generator on. This is just stupidity. It's a dangerous, dangerous thing, and it should never be done. I don't recommend. They could have run that exhaust out the back. Other better coaches run the generator exhaust even up through the coach and out the roof. So I'm going to turn the camera back around, but that's a major point. So yeah, there's a second slide out here. It's a very large slide out. The windows are nice. They don't open very far. The windows here at the driver and passenger side, aside from the glued on flush tinted glass, that's the same style window they've been using for 50 years on motorhomes. Very cheap. Let me show you the water in the, can you see the water in the lens? So yeah, that lens doesn't even work, but it's got water in it. You can see the water bubbles. So hey, it's a 2-year-old coach, and now Entegra advertises largest windshield in the industry, and it's a big piece of glass, that's for sure. Could you make the glass a little smaller and fix some of the other things? We haven't even gone inside yet, so we're gonna go on inside now. Okay, I'm inside the coach now and looking out the front windshield, and there's a couple things I want to go over. Now, it has a power shade, and when you put the power shade down and up and down and up, it doesn't retract exactly the same each time, and the shade rolls around and then it hangs low. It'll cover that tinted area, and so when you're going down the road, it'll be slamming back and forth, slamming back and forth. The only way to fix it is to manually take the shade and try to wrap it around to shorten it. So eventually, like I say, if you keep going up and down, it keeps unwrapping itself. And that's just crazy. And then there's shades on the side windows. You got to grab them. They're manual. You pull them down. And these things, even in their retracted mode, are rattling. All of the shades in this rig are rattling as you go down the road. Now, I wouldn't want to spend $150,000 and have to deal with that rattling. I'm going to turn the camera around. All right. I've got the slide, the main slide, the kitchen slide here with the dinette pulled out, but I want you to look at the molding is broken. It's pulled away. It's all loose. The nails, when they nailed this in, I'm guessing at the factory, the nails actually come through the wood, and so when this retracts, those nails are going into this rubber gasket, and you can see this gasket didn't quite release itself. Let me fix that. What else? I'll put the slide out and I'll show you some of the other things. Some of the stupidity, now the gauges, I like the gauges, but some of the stupidity is they have these accent lights. It lights up a stripe here, which is just stupid. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't really accent anything. You surely aren't going to put it on while you're driving. There they are. Accent lights. Whoop-de-doo. The plastic here, I've seen little car toys for kids that have better looking plastic. The dash itself is not bad, and like I said, the gauges are not bad. Yeah, there's a lot more things that are wrong up here, but I just can't remember them out. I will say the seats are comfortable, but again, they're new. And they're limited in their function, although they do swivel and they do tilt back, and they are comfortable. But they're not, for this price point, yeah, you're not getting massage and air-conditioned seats at this price point. But like the window, like I say, look at that window. If you know anything about motorhomes, that's the same style screw-in aluminum window they've been using for 50 years. All right, we'll get to some other parts. Okay, I've extended the slide out, and I want to show you something here. Now, there's a bed above the driver and passenger seat, a spare bunk bed, and which is really nice. It's got a key locking system, and you unlock it, and then it'll come down. And you got a bed, and it's on a track, and that functions well enough. Nothing wrong with that, but I want to show you something here. When you retract this, you're supposed to clip this safety belt in for security. However, they made it so that if you did that, it would slam all the way up into the cover. And so it's really impossible to do that and retract it. I mean, that is just dumb. So, because I talked about having all the amenities of the $1 Million Coach, it's got a televator with a cheap TV, and it functions. So, like I say, this cheap stuff they put in here, it functions. But I don't know how long, over the long haul, how long it's going to function. But let's continue the tour here. And you can see the cabinetry, and of course it's got accent lights. The cabinet door here is missing, so obviously it broke off at some point. The cabinets themselves are, and the drawers, they're not well made. They're real chintzy. All right, coming around the kitchen, you've got the sink and stove and oven and microwave. Yeah, all pretty much, the same things you'd find in a $1 Million Coach. I'm going to come around here. A RV French door refrigerator, and they glue some cabinet fronts on it because they're trying to mimic those expensive coaches. But personally, I would say, how about put a single door refrigerator in here, save some money instead of making the claim that you've got a French door refrigerator, and put some quality in the other places. Oh, speaking of quality, let's look up at the ceiling. All the joints in the ceiling have tape on them. So they tape over the joints. Oh, especially I want to show you, I hope I'm not making you dizzy, but I want to show you here. Look at this. These joints are coming, this tape is coming loose. All right, I'm going to turn around. Here's the front door with the missing slide on the screen door. And let's go into the bedroom. Now, it's not a pocket door, but it's a double sliding door. And they've got a thing to tie it up when you're on the road. And, I mean, it's a hollow door because you want things to be lightweight. But this one door goes back, retracts farther than the other door because the door stops that they used have slid back. Now, that's a maintenance issue. That could be fixed. Your cabinets with a mirror, I'll say hi, and drawers. But let's look in the cabinets. The cabinets already, the mirror is broken. Look at this, has all been duct tape. That gives you an idea how cheaply this is made. I mean, this is a 2022, and the doors are falling apart. They have to be duct taped. Now, here is the bed. Now I'm going to do a little mattress review. They use a folding. This is on a slide. It's a pretty deep slide. And continuing on with our bedroom review. Now, this is the mattress that comes with the Entegra. And it's a, I want to say 14-inch, 16-inch thick memory foam mattress that folds in order to bring the slide out in. And you can see already here it's ripped and torn. Some of the foam is exposed. And while I'm in here, I want to mention the window. This is your exit window. It has a screen in it. The screen doesn't even fit the window. It doesn't fit in. It's just laying in there. It's not, the window is not even made, the screen is not even made for this window. It's just setting in there all cockeyed, and there's no way to make it fit properly. So how that happened. And then, as I mentioned about the rattle trap, these retractable, as you're going down the road, you're going to get this, even if they're fully retracted, and they barely retract. So anyway, more of the cheapness. And now, the folding mattress, believe it or not, this is not a bad thing. I really thought it would be bad. I'm going to fold it over. And of course, it's got a mattress cover protector on it. Let's take it off and get a little closer look at the mattress itself. Now, the fact that it folds is not bad. You can't feel it because it's down at the lower part, maybe near your knees. So where your body is, you really can't detect that it's a foldable mattress, and you can kind of get a sense of it there, if I can get that in the frame. Now, one of the bad thing is they let it overhang by like 8 or 10 inches. So if you sit on the edge of it, I mean, there's nothing to hold the mattress up. So you can't sit on the edge of it, and that's really dumb. What else? The memory foam itself does what most memory foams do. It's gotten really soft in the middle where you sleep, and in the areas on the edges, it's still very firm. So it's sagging a bit, not much, but it's just the difference in the softness. You get very soft in the middle now, very firm on the edges, kind of makes you want to roll in. And then if your partner is sunk in and you're next to them, it pushes the foam down, and you're going to roll into your partner's impression into the mattress. So this is a 2-year-old mattress, and you can see I'd say it already needs to be replaced. It really is in bad shape. Now I'm going to go ahead and fold it back, and we're going to retract the slide. There's some loose wires underneath, and it just slides over those loose wires, and you can get a sense of how it retracts. I really like the closets down at the end. Lots of space for storage and storing your clothes. And that's it. It's all the way in. And this door, you have to take this elastic band and push it around. Now, last, there is a TV up here. Another cheap Insignia TV. I mean, it does the trick. So the door to the bathroom is kind of pigeonholed right here. It's very narrow. Let me open this. Here's another rattling shade, rattle, rattle, rattle. Try to get it all the way up. There's nothing to stop it from rattling. Not a prime pooping position here, my friend. Very narrow. But, you know, if you got to go, you got to go. The shower. It's got a fiberglass shower surround. You know, a bronzed shower head that you can pull out and use. But they put these glass tri doors here, and the latch is broke and the doors don't slide anymore. In order to lock them in place, the owner has put 3 narrow pieces of wood down at the bottom here to keep them from rattling back and forth. Obviously you could rig up something better than what the owner has, but the issue is the factory didn't do a very good job on their own. And I don't know, the glass doors is just another one of those things, a selling feature that, hey, look, it's got a glass door shower. But you'd be better off just putting a shower curtain in here than having something that breaks and doesn't function. You know, very small pedestrian sink. It's a plastic countertop. It's not Corian. Like I said, these doors are very cheaply made. Shower towel holder. Very narrow doorway, but you know, at least they got it in here. Okay, so I'm going to retract the main slide, and I just want you to see how this thing buckles when it comes in. Blah, you can see all the gaps open up as it seals itself in place at the back of the counter. It's just so flimsy. Well, there's a lot more things wrong, but I don't want this video to go too long. I don't care, Entegra, if you throw a lot of amenities in your coach and try to fool people into thinking they're getting luxury for $150,000. It's a piece of junk. People are going to lose a lot of their hard-earned money. Probably the people that could least afford to lose that money. They're buying a dream. They're thinking they're getting all of these things. Now, to get all these things repaired, thousands of dollars if you want to get them right. I mean, everything can be fixed, but thousands of dollars and time in the RV repair shop. $150,000 coach 2 years ago. Me personally, I think if you brought this in on a trade-in, I think you'd be lucky to get $30,000 offer from the dealer. And they'll run it through, fix it, detail it, put it back out on the lot for $99,000. It'd probably take an offer of $80,000 if you made an offer on it. So that's my viewpoint. Now, if you got money to burn and you say, hey, let's just go burn $100,000, honey, and we'll go travel around the country, and things that break, we'll just leave them like that because we don't want to sit in a hotel while we're waiting months for them to fix the stuff. Then this is the coach for you. But if you're not that person, maybe most of you are not, because you're buying it to enjoy time together, not to have to deal with all the problems and the quirks and the issues in something you bought brand new and paid $150,000 for, and you have to pay that $150,000. They're not going to take the coach back from you, guarantee you that. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. That's my RV review of the 2022 Entegra Vision gas-powered Ford chassis. Drives nice, good Ford chassis. It's got the V8 engine, performs really well. There's power. when you push on the gas pedal. I say, I give the chassis a B. I give the coach a D. So that's it from Sleepy Sal with a Class A motor coach review, including memory foam mattress review for Entegra. Their coaches are not well made. They give you all the features and benefits of a $1 million coach, but it's pulled together in a very shoddy fashion, basically to look good, but not to last. Over and out, guys. Hope this helps. Put your comments in. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear what you have to say about this review. Was I fair? Was I unfair? I hope I was fair. Peace out. Last thing, I want to mention where they put the light switches and some of the switches. Of course, the awning switch should be down at the stairs so you can reach it from outside. But they put the cabin lights and the accent light switches down there. And, you have to bend all the way down to turn those light switches on and off. So they could have located those up higher. That is just a simple thing that they could correct and make it better. And, this stuff here, this is just wobbly, thin wood, which I understand it's got to be light, but I'm sure there's ways that you can make it more solid. These stupid cushions on the dinette, they put some fabric here that I think is supposed to attach by Velcro, but they just flop and fall on the floor as you're driving. They don't stick at all. They don't stick. Why even bother to put this here and this here? It doesn't even last. Engineers at Entegra. This is the cabinet for the exterior TV stereo system, and this latch just freaking fell apart. Came unscrewed from the inside. POS, Entegra POS 2022.